Again, David, we're matching again.
Yep. We could have been matching more.
Wow, David. Anyway, y'all told me to do this, so I'm doing it. Chugga choo choo! And welcome to the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I had a fan tell me to do that because that references Mother Jolena. So therefore, I will be doing it. I'm Logan Murphy. I say something gay. I am currently drinking some good old Pepsi Zero because I was out of anything else to drink. But I'm doing this in this cute UC San Diego little tumbler that I have. So it's very cute, very gorgeous. And keeping me caffeinated, because Lord knows I need it.
Mabu, hey. I'll say it since they told you to say that. I'll say that.
Uh-huh.
Hey, y'all, I am Lana, your resident evil diva. I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I am drinking on a little bit of water and a little bit of juice at the same time in my other tumbler that I got from someone here on this panel. Yeah, that's what I'm drinking. But as always, I keep close to my near and dear to my heart, my lovely and beautiful cup mug. Ooh, panel full of cup mugs, panel full of cup mugs, Philippines cup mug, period. And you can get your cup mug and any of our cup merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. The link will be in the description below. And yeah, we do ship domestically here in the United States, Canada, and Mexico, and we do ship internationally. So there are no excuses. Get your cup merch. Period.
Period and work. I am brand new professional fangirl of Concert Dragon video games. As always, I am drinking water out of my Stanley mug because I'm enjoying my lead, but also because I was feeling it. I'm drinking some sparkling green tea with pineapple juice. I got this from work. They had like a lot of extra, and I was like, you know what? I'll take one. So it's and it is refreshing because Lord knows I need some tea, and there was a lot of tea this episode.
Sounds delicious.
Well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. I decided to wear a shirt that I got at DragCon, not from a Philippines queen, but from a Svarie queen, my favorite, Fontana. I love her. She's amazing.
And I am also wearing my Fontana shirt because I went and grabbed it as soon as I saw that David was wearing it.
Well, do we have matching signatures too?
Yes. Unfortunately, I ended up putting mine in the dryer.
Oh no!
So it's still there, ever so slightly, but yeah, I was really sad when I realized what happened. I was like, oh fuck.
That's funny.
No,
I'm drinking some water. I wish there was more.
And guess what? There's a
here.
fifth person.
Wishes come true.
We were thinking we need more people.
Better late than never, but fashionably never on time. It's me, Eve the Bunny.
Correct.
That's about correct.
well, yes.
Well, yes.
Yes. I can't let Lana have all the divaness. I have to impart my divaness in there sometime and be like,
True. Facts.
I'll be there in 10 minutes, and I've been painting my toenails.
20 minutes ago.
Right, 10 minutes ago. No, how's everybody doing? I had to make sure I was here for that. It was like, I'm very, very happy for this. I requested off work for Wednesday so I could be here for this. So, Philippines crew, I hope you know that I am here for y'all and I'm down for y'all. I am chilling with my Gold Peak Sweet Tea. That's my tea of the teas. Also, as the Chicago Drag Maven and Queen of Ivy Park, I am repping my Ivy Park Trail. Nice little crossbody situation here, but I'm kind of giving you like Dragon Ball Z vibes with the blue and the orange, kind of.
I saw you there. I see
it.
I'm there.
A little bit. I don't think I have the power to do anything yet, but you know what?
I'm feeling a little slighted right now because I don't know if we all see what's going on here. Brandon and Eve matching. Logan and David matching. Lana
Literally.
all on their own, just sitting here in pink. Just
We look like Halloween, the four of us.
it does.
Me too.
We said summer's over.
I didn't get the
Summer's
memo.
over. It's Halloween.
It's over.
Trying to decide which group I want to join. Do I want to join even Brandon's group or Logan and David's
You know
group?
the right answer.
Oh, I already know. I'll be back.
Uh-oh.
You already know.
Lord. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay. I didn't know there was going to be a "We'll be back."
What will
but
she?
all right,
What will
so-
she do? Will she wear an orange shirt, or is she going to wear a Fontana?
Comment
shirt?
down below.
Right,
We don't even
right.
know yet. But I am super excited to be diving into episode 2 of Drag Race Philippines. And shocker, 2 episodes in, this franchise is delivering what needs to be delivered.
Why I say it is my favorite franchise out of all of
mine.
the Drag Race franchises. And something else that I'm noticing too, this is the 3rd time that this has happened because it's happened every season. It's to a point where I kind of don't want to see anybody leave.
Mm-hmm.
I like everyone.
It got that way for me real early with the first 2 seasons where I was like, wait, we still have like 9 girls left, but I'd be really devastated if any of these girls left. Like, it's,
Yeah.
this is going to be an interesting season. Very interesting.
There's someone else they could have eliminated in this episode.
No.
Yes. Yeah, see, I knew you were going to go orange.
I didn't have a Fontana shirt. That wouldn't make any
Fair.
sense.
Okay, that's valid. That's completely fair. I understand. I get it. Totally get it. Understandable. But yes, we are going to dive into
Oh,
this episode.
I know who you're talking about. Go ahead.
Uh-huh. Well, But before we dive into this episode, make sure to subscribe if you've not already, because we are here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. And currently that means a lot of Drag Race. The first week of 2 weeks right now, where we got 4 Drag Race franchises happening for you all. So make sure to tune into all of the stuff that we are doing. And especially to the Drag Race Philippines fans, thank you for getting us almost 10,000 views on our episode 1 recap.
Yeah.
We sincerely appreciate it. So happy about it. So happy to be back talking about this season.
What they're forgetting,
make
look
sure to
over
subscribe.
here.
A lot of y'all forgot to look over here.
Y'all need to
And
go
I
watch Look Over
understand.
Here.
But y'all need to also be looking over here because we've got 2 episodes coming out a week for Drag Race Philippines. So make sure to check that out. And we do a bunch of other content across all of our other channels. So make sure to check out all of our audio podcast links, our YouTube channels, and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access, including early access to the Look Over Here episodes for the franchises we are currently covering. And that's now 4 of them as of this week. I'm actually really excited for all 4 of them simultaneously. So it's actually like right now is a good time to be a Drag Race fan. I gotta be honest. Like this for me. I don't know about Eve because Eve's down there with that face, but anyway. Speaking of Eve and Lana, our fabulous divas, neither of you were here for the full episode last week to discuss thoughts on the premiere. So I just want to know real quick, what do you think of the premiere?
It was a premiere. No, I liked the premiere. Let me not do that. I did like the premiere. I enjoyed the premiere. I feel like all the episodes of any Drag Race premiere night is the one episode where I'm like, don't send anybody home. Give us time to know them. Give us time to see who they are as the queen. Give us a week with them. So I was very happy that no one got sent home last week. I thought the viral video thing was cute. I thought that was a cute idea. Were all of them funny? Nah. But were they cute? And some of them just, it was very emotional. I had a roller coaster ride with the first episode. Like, I was like, oh, this is nice. Oh, this is funny. Oh, Lord, I'm about to cry. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, they can take me there. I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that. But I thought, overall, I thought it was a really good episode. And I appreciated that nobody got sent home, that we were able to see who these queens are for another week. And yeah, I enjoyed it overall.
Who would you have had in the top 2? That's a question for both of you. Because
Oh,
we
this-
all had a different answer.
Oh man.
Well, I was okay with the way it played out. So I mean,
Okay, now we officially have.
Yeah. And I feel like those two were.
actually, no. I think the top two should have been Angel and Popstar Bench. No, I'm cool with how the top two was.
No, I'm about to say no. I think the top two were the right top two.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Because we all said Zimba and someone else that wasn't Kiana.
Yep. Each of us had a
Wow.
different. All four of us had a different person that was not Kiana with Zimba.
Huh.
Okay, I will say this. To take bias out of the competition because of the fact that Kiana is on my draft.
They both
And
are.
so is Zimba.
So is Zimba. Zimba still would have been in the top. Zimba would have won for me, for one. Like just completely out. They would just had one winner. Zimba would have won the whole episode.
I agree with that. 100%.
I-
Zimba should have won
I
with
think
that.
we all agree with that.
It was Zimba's episode. I would have possibly given honestly, I would have given the top two if it wasn't Zimba and Kiana to Zimba and Mix.
Thank you. Thank
Fair,
you. That's
Yeah.
why you're my
Mix
friend.
was one of the ones where I was like, I feel like this is fully giving the assignment of what they're looking for when it came to like their viral video.
I agree.
I was like, that I could see going viral. I see that being very cute in the TikTok sphere and
Mhm.
stuff. A lot of the other ones was just them all acting goofy on camera, and I was kind of like,
Right.
okay.
Because Brandon, who did you say?
Oh,
Like
shit.
even
Oh,
even
God.
what's her name? Even Jay Quinn's wasn't that bad.
The audio was just weird with
Yeah.
Jay Quinn's. Like
Yeah.
the actual song itself. Because I put Maxi, and I'm pretty sure one of River and Brandon, one of y'all had Yuri Pota and one of you had Tita Baby.
I think
I would
Brandon
have
had
had
Tia.
I would have had Tita Baby possibly up there.
I think it's a Tita.
I
Yeah,
like
I think it's a
Tita.
Tita.
Because I'm
Baby.
pretty sure River had Yuri Pota.
To be funny,
Yeah, because that's their.
to be funny with you though, to be honest with you, what's funny is I was stoned when I was watching the episode, and Popstar Benches did get kind of like addictive in a good way. I was just like, oi, like,
After I will
Oi.
say, I ended up watching the episode 3 times, and I watched it with my boyfriend the 3rd time, and I was also stoned, and I was like, okay, you know what? This actually isn't too bad.
Oi,
'Cause I felt
oi,
like
oi, oi, oi.
No,
oi.
I don't ever want to hear it again.
I'm like, everyone don't know the words. It's memorable. Like,
Right.
I was like, that would be something that would go viral. I actually thought that Popstar was going to be one of the top girls because of that. And I was like, oh, okay. But overall with the episode, I loved the episode. I thought it was amazing. I was like, after I got through watching the episode, after like getting my life during the voguing and then crying on the runway and then just like everything, I was like, this is why this is my favorite franchise. It just solidified it for me. And I was just like, I can't wait. I was like, I just said, please don't let the España effect happen where, you know, the first couple episodes are amazing and then y'all just tank towards the end. But that's never happened with Philippines. So I have hope for them. And Mama Pow is stepping it up because she looks sickening. Yeah.
Okay, I have to acknowledge, yes, none of us realized that Mama Pow made her dress for that episode, okay?
I heard her
We
say
get
Oh,
it
wow,
now.
y'all did it?
She said it, but I
No.
thought she was joking. I thought she was
I
like,
thought
yeah,
she was
I made
joking
this.
too.
I 100% knew that she was probably telling the truth because I was like, because you were like, oh, we're doing individual designs and stuff like that. And I felt like I had heard before as someone that she like makes outfits and like has designed stuff or whatever. So when she said it was made by her, I said, okay, Mama Pal, you better come through. You made that dress. I was like,
Also,
girl.
have y'all noticed with the subtitles on, it's not Mamwa anymore. It's literally Mama Pow.
Mm.
Yeah.
I noticed that this episode, I was like, they're listening. But we come back into the workroom. Nobody went home. I agree with you, Lana. I am glad that now we have 2 episodes to get to know this whole cast. And I'm really not mad at, we'll talk about it, but I'm not mad at also having it this episode. But yeah, no one, and then it's basically a recap of what happened in Untucked and all of that. Lana, did you watch Untucked?
Yes, I watched Untucked. My God.
Untucked was interesting, but to some
I
extent,
watched it.
her sex had a hissy fit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It didn't change my mind about a lot of stuff. I still feel the way I feel about people. I'm just like, eh. Is Versexa a likable villain? She aight, but she a villain and she owned it. So I'm like, okay, cool, work. I ain't that mad. It really didn't change my mind on a whole lot of stuff watching the Untucked. I was like, okay. But I do get it.
Speaking of, I do want to issue an apology to one of the queens because I feel like I was unfair to somebody last week. But after reading their Instagram, I feel like I understand Jay Quinn a little bit more because Jay Quinn was the one I was harshest on. I don't regret anything I said about her looks or her performance in the challenge. But as far as her as a person, she opened up on Instagram talking about how she has autism and she doesn't always realize how she comes across when she's talking to people. And to me, I just got like villain sidekick from her. But honestly, like people are complex. I need to have more empathy for people and people expressing themselves in ways that I don't. So I am, if Jay Quinn is watching this, I doubt she is. I'm very sorry for being so harsh on you last week.
As someone with the neurospicy, I think that's why I understand Jay Quinn very well. And like, even in her Meet the Queen, she was like, I'm coming in with an ADHD mindset. And I was like, yes, yes, girl. Thank you. But yeah, I saw that post as well. It does endear me to her a little bit more than I already was. But yeah, we come back into the workroom the next day. They're doing their things. And we get a mini challenge, which I thought this was fun because I had heard of this kind of game before, but I thought it was very fun. We're bedazzling flip flops, and then the bedazzling does not matter whatsoever. You just have to throw them at cans. And while we're here at this mini challenge, that part, while we're on this topic, I'm glad people commented as well. And I took a closer look at the pit crew this week, and there is an openly trans man on the pit crew for this season for DragRace Philippines, and I love to see it. Thank you.
Man,
thank you very much.
Y'all missed a whole bunch of stuff with me not being here for the first episode.
Sure did.
I was like, I do that too. Wait, y'all didn't know that? I think I know that because of the fact that they were all on Twitter congratulating. Because I think I possibly may know some people who know the man who is on the pit crew, and they were all congratulating him and stuff for being the first trans on the season. I thought y'all caught that. I thought y'all, because the pit crew this season, I was about to say.
I was gonna say, commenters, if you can comment the social media handles for all of the pit crew this season, that would be really greatly appreciated.
Please,
thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm not just speaking for myself because I know I'm speaking for most of us here. Thank you very much.
Myself included too.
All Twitter. So if you find multiple pages, you're going to need both of those links.
Yes, I would like both of them, please. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Can we also just quickly talk about how Zimba's like, yeah, I wasn't trying to win. I just
let's circle back. Circling back.
You know what? I'm to the point right now where I'm trying to guess everyone's zodiac sign. Please, y'all did this for us last season. If you could do it again, if you could drop everyone's sun signs on this cast down in the chat. I got my bubble back! Yay! Okay,
finally.
I'm wondering if Zimba is giving you the same energy that she's giving me, because I have a thought on it as well.
She's giving me either Sagittarius or Gemini energy.
Are those
I saw Gemini!
Those need to be messy signs because she's so messy, especially in Untucked.
Messy boots.
It's one where I'm like, oh, so the branding for the House of Ding is y'all are messy. That's what's happening apparently.
The branding is that there's no branding and that they're just messy.
Messy. But they're gonna be good TV. Like, and the good thing too is I like the fact that Zimba isn't not saying that I'm okay with you being messy and stuff if your drag is still decently up to par. That way they can't clock you for just being, you know what I mean? Like, you messy, but you're still giving on the runway and you're still giving in the challenges and stuff. I'm down for that. Because they can't get rid of you pretty much right now. Like, they really can't.
Right.
So Zimba's an Aquarius.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense too.
Okay,
that makes a lot of sense too. I caught air sign in there somewhere, but yeah, I see her as an Aquarius.
Okay. I
feel like Lana has something to say. Okay, you were looking like you were waiting.
Lana's
Lana
just
is just-
intrigued.
Lana's just like, I don't astrology, so I am not a part of this conversation.
I'm the same way, Lana.
So anyway, back to maybe we'll do a special astrology episode. If y'all leave the astrology down in the comments, maybe Eve and I will do a special episode. It'll just be me, so that way no one else has to do it.
I wonder what Maxi sign is.
Well, it's going to well, no, it's not going to be the same as Angels. Why do I keep thinking they're twins? They're not twins.
No.
Anyway, throwing flip-flops at cans. This was very fun and stupid.
Again, I liked how they bedazzled it and then it didn't even matter. And I was
It
like,
did not matter whatsoever. And then we're getting our obvious chocolate product placement in here. High chocolate product placement.
it's chocolate.
Bow.
I had a few
Sustainable
quotes.
chocolate.
Oh, yes. Sustainable chocolate.
I had a few quotes that stood out to me that I wrote down.
Okay.
So the first one was before the challenge started. Our Tita baby, she was like, I love flip-flops. It's what they use to spank noisy kids. I'm like, that is an
No.
auntie. That is an
I
auntie.
love her. I love her.
And then, this one was good, and it was shady. It was from John. She says that Versex is the amazing queen of the gutter, even her face. She's like, oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Versex. Immediately.
I am so thrilled that we finally got some personality from John in this episode. And we got a lot of story about John and Untucked. We'll talk about John and Untucked. Oh boy. But yeah, the challenge was fun and stupid. To nobody's surprise, Tita Baby did very well. And for most of it, I thought she was going to win. But no, it ends up being Versex.
The queen of the gutter.
Queen of the gutter, apparently. All right, girl.
And got all the cans on the first try.
I was just like, how does one do that? Like on the first try, that's impressive. Well, we all,
She grew up gambling.
Okay, we get it, David.
She was in the corner shooting them dice.
I guess. So obviously we knew going into this episode that the Maxi Challenge was the ball. We find out that it is the Sustaina-ball. And they did this a little bit differently. And I gotta be honest, I really like the way that they did this.
I like this too.
Especially for a 2-look ball. So they change into their first look, the Sorry Store Eleganza, which we will talk about both looks at the same time when we get to the runway part. And then obviously also look over here. So they do that first with just Pow and Jiggly on the main stage. And if I didn't love Jiggly Caliente before, I love Jiggly even more now. Because this whole segment,
Jiggly.
I love Jiggly.
Baby, do you know who Jiggly was giving me? Lana, you will get this reference because it's a very black niche reference. She was giving me the neighbor from next Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The what up, Day? Like
Mhm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Next door, like down. It's very much like that's an Asian grocery store lady, but the grocery store is still in the hood. Like that's what
Right.
it made me. It was very much
Mhm.
like wherever the grocery store is located that Jiggly worked at. Oh, it's still in the hood. There's some Asian rap blasting all in the back, loud as hell. There is a swinging door on the front. The front door of the building is like a swinging door on a house, like a screen door.
Door.
Yes, it was giving very that. I was reading all of that just from the setup. I was living.
The setup was so cute. I loved it. And then we find out that our second category is trashin'.
Which, can I say something? I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it now. I caught a bit of... I would some people call conspiracy theory? I possibly would. But we'll get to the rest of it later. But I'm just saying.
Oh, based on what happens in this episode?
Yes! I'm sorry. Everything fit way together too easily for that all to play out the way that it played out. But I'm just kind of
Can I just say, when they said what the category was, I was like, So we're trying to do PR here. We're trying to do damage control. We're trying to fix what you, sir, and you, ma'am, have done already by calling people trash on stage. You're trying to nuance it and mold it into
It's a growing moment now.
Right. It's a growing and learning moment. This is growth from us now. So we won't call people trash because they're going to turn trash into fashion. And then we're not going to send anybody home because we have to do good PR, because of course we can't send anybody home on an episode where we're trying to make us look better for calling people trash 2 seasons in a row. Well, you broke some people. Like, you broke them on that stage, calling them trash, and made them feel subhuman on national television. And now we're going to do good PR work and say, oh, no, this season, nobody's going to be called trash because we're going to turn trash into fashion, and then we're going to not send anybody. Yeah,
we'll even let him have a little something to say before the whole thing starts.
Right. We're going to give him time to make himself look better. I was like, absolutely not, sir. Some things, and I believe in growth. I believe in second chances. I believe in people having learned from their mistakes. But it was a whole better way to do this. Like, you need to apologize to the people you called trash. Directly. You need to apologize to them personally. It don't even have to be this whole thing where we now have to make a whole show on it, on the show that you did it. You just need to just say what you go say and just mean it from the heart. This just took up an extra episode that we didn't need to take up because you trying to make yourself look better. It just seemed a little PR
entire episode. The only person that ever mentioned Eva or Ovi's name was Mix.
Yep.
Not one other person even said
nobody else said it
at all the entire episode. I was like,
it just felt very PR, and it
wasn't a bad episode. I'll say that.
No,
it felt
the girls
PR.
did not do bad either, but it did look like we could already see the force through the sleeves when it started, and I was like, "Oh, is this how this episode is going to go?"
I do want to say something because I know people are typing it in the comments right now, but from what I've heard, what's his name? Raha? I don't know how to say it, but he actually supposedly did have a dinner with the contestants from season 1 after the incident, the trash incident, and he did apologize to them. And the woman that said that in season 2 apparently was there with him. So she knew the impact of it. She was the one who said it in season 2. I think he knew. I think he learned his lesson after season 1. So I don't want to attach the baggage from season 2 to him, because I do think he probably is genuinely sorry. And maybe that's me giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Right. No one's saying that he's not. No one's saying that he isn't genuinely sorry. Yeah. It's just that's not the way that the show is making it look.
Right.
And the downside is
I was going to say I don't think he's genuinely sorry.
No, I'm not going to say that.
In the same space with him before when he said it, and then herself repeating it. It's also one of those kind of things where it's like, we understand that you made good somewhat on what you did, but look at the impact of what you did afterwards. Mm-hmm. You still had someone that was still in your party with you when all of this was being resolved, still thinking this was an adequate way for you to be able to judge someone else's character or their drag. I feel like that extends a little bit more than you just having a dinner and chit-chatting with the girls. You know what I mean? And maybe that's the reason why they decided to do this whole thing. So that way, this doesn't become some kind of running thing where, like, people do think that's the way you can label people's drag and stuff is by trash. But I do also feel like that doing it all based around a challenge and then having what looks like the benefactor of that challenge be someone that's directly related to the two people you talked about,
person who
just really seems unfair to the rest of the girls that are already in the competition. Because to me personally, love her to death, I don't think the winner of the challenge this week should have won.
I mean,
I'm not saying she did a bad job or anything, but that's just me personally. And the way that the things played out with the way the episode went, I was like, I wish this was done a different way. That's what I'm saying.
I will go ahead and say it did not feel genuine to me whatsoever, his apology. He may have made other apologies otherwise. We don't know that. Y'all aren't doing anything like that publicly.
That's what
I'm
we've
just
been
saying,
told.
yeah. What my whole point is, this felt like a PR scheme because apparently he is somehow related or involved with somebody on production. And so in order for him to continue to be a guest judge on this franchise, which I'll be honest, I don't think he should be because I think BJ Pasquale brings way more expertise than Rajo ever has.
We had to get rid of Calla Karen to have him this week.
Well, she's back next week, so we're fine. But my point is, nothing about what he said in this episode felt genuine. It felt like he was forced to say this, nor has there ever been an apology to Ovi. He may have done all this stuff to Eva,
right?
But he caused what happened to Ovi. And there has been no public apology as far as I am concerned, or as far as I know, there's been no public apology to Ovi. And that's bullshit to me. So I don't like the man. I will continue to not like the man, and I will continue to not acknowledge the man as much as I possibly can.
But we stand with the girls. We stand with all the girls.
Well, obviously, we love them. I do agree. This whole thing felt like a PR stunt. And we'll talk about why, especially with the winner. Hey, I'm not mad at it. But yeah, they go to designing their looks for their second look, which were to be made in 4 hours. Which I was then confused about because then we get a next day in the workroom.
And Angel had 2 other hours. And I was like, did she only use 2? Could you? So here's my conspiracy theory. They were going to do this as a one-day challenge. And I'm assuming at some point in the middle, they realized, oh, none of these girls are done. So they had to give them extra time. That could be
either that or they had 4 hours on the first day, and that just wasn't explained. There's a lot about this episode that has not been explained. Because also, when the whole situation on the runway, where Angel and Maxie were asked the question that they were asked, apparently, maybe everybody was asked because Popstar also had an answer. So I was confused.
And then we didn't see any of that until they did the Untucked reveal. And I was like, wait, they asked more people that?
But we only saw Popstar, so I was confused. Anyway, they make their looks. The entire making their look segment is just focusing on how Angel does not know what she's doing whatsoever.
Oh, baby.
And I gotta say, this coupled with what happens later, I don't like the position they're putting Maxie in.
Yeah.
Because she's got all of these high expectations. Yeah, she was on Queen of the Universe. Yes, she did very, very well. She's never competed on DragRace. DragRace is a completely different beast to Queen of the Universe. So I understand having high expectations going in. That's fine. Coupling that with the fact that her sister is also on this cast, and apparently now y'all are trying to, and by y'all I mean production, are trying to make it to where you're assuming that Maxie is just going to do everything for Angel when they want to be separate competitors, and then you're going to critique them on not being separate competitors because she helped her sister.
They're probably not setting them up to do what we already thought was going to happen before the season even started. They're trying to set them up to put them both in the bottom together.
I thought that was going to happen this episode. I'm going to be honest.
Honestly.
I thought it was going to happen.
When it didn't, I was surprised. Because I was very much like, I feel like this is what y'all are leading to. I feel like you're going to try to put both of them against each other. To see if Maxie will be Angel Lipsync or Angel will be Maxie, or if one of them will just decide to bow out for the other one. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that would be good TV if one of them just decided, I'm just going to bow out and let my sister stay, kind of a thing. Which makes me think that's why they asked that in the first place. I'm like, is this what we're leading to?
I mean, not to jump the gun, but Maxie was safe. She should have been untucked with the queens. They just kept her
agree.
Yeah, like she legitimately, they said safe, and then she was first called safe. She was one of the safe queens. So there are 6 safes this week, or 5 safes this week, not 4.
Yeah. Because they
was
had
just kept
7
there
on the runway, so they had to have 3 bottoms, 3 tops, and 1 safe person.
Yeah, she was just kept there to further the storyline between her and her sister. That's the only reason she was out on the stage.
Which I was very confused about because like this was giving when they had to give Robin a critique finally after Robin Fierce.
Yeah. Well, she was
Yeah.
at the top that episode.
Yeah, she was, but like the fact that she hasn't gotten a critique at that moment, I was like that felt
They
like
had
that.
to give her. They had to put her. Chad was about to die, so they had to give her a crown because she was about to die that moment. I didn't have anything else to talk about specifically when it came to the workroom stuff.
There wasn't.
I don't
much
know if anybody
workroom
else.
Stuff. There wasn't much workroom.
It was a lot of workroom stuff, and yet there was no workroom stuff.
It was a lot of workroom stuff, yet no workroom stuff. And then once again, there was another mention. Oh, no. Something that I thought was interesting when it happened was when Rohan, or what's his name? Raho's his name. Raho came through to see the girl's stuff and everything, and they were all talking to Kiana about how they thought Kiana's outfit was going to be too bland or whatever. I was getting so nervous. Nervous in my panties, do you hear me? Because I was like, please don't let the first episode curse get to this girl where she goes in ridiculously confident. I'm the first one that won the challenge, whatever. And then next thing you know, she's like low or in the bottom. You know what I mean? I was like, please don't let this happen to this girl. Because like she was coming off very like, I just know what the hell I'm doing. I will say, I have more faith in my baby now. So I'm very I was just scared. I was very scared. But I also felt like I agreed with what she was saying, is she did notice that a lot of people were doing color, like straight colors, which they did with theirs. So nobody's palette was just kind of like muted or like black and white or anything like that. So like I feel like she did kind of stand out among everybody else. So I was like, she's a lot smarter than they're giving her credit for her being so young. You know what I mean? I think they're still kind of underestimating her.
Definitely. I did love when they went around to talk to Versace, and Versace was kind of just yes nodding to what Raho was saying, and it was my favorite thing, because I was just like, good. Don't acknowledge him. Good.
Oh, that makes sense. All these make so much sense.
Brandon just threw all of the sun signs into our chat here, so we can
all of these make so much sense, except Udipota's, except Versex's. Those two don't make sense to me. Every single person. J-Quinn is a Scorpio, yes. Kiana's a Leo, yes. Maxie is a Libra, yes.
Yes.
Mix is a Pisces, yes. All this makes so much sense. I'm very surprised there's no Aries this cast, though. No one's an Aries on this cast.
But I do want to say that as much as like we have issues with him, I do think he actually gave really good advice to the queens.
I didn't listen, so I'm glad that's the case.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
He did. He gave
actually did. He gave really good advice to each queen and tried to help them actually better their looks. So I did appreciate him for that. I will give him his props for that.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I did like what he was trying to go for with Versace, but I'm like, how was she supposed to heat up these CDs?
They got
like what material?
A blow dryer.
A blow dryer.
Okay.
Literally, just
the blow dryer and probably the hot glue mostly too. So.
Well, no, you don't want to use hot glue because that'll just melt it. That'll make it look weird. But a blow dryer just to get it hot and bendy.
It is also funny that he said that because I did something very similar for a drag look that I did once. But basically, I did what I would suggest no one ever do. Is I took a CD and I put it in the microwave for about 10 seconds. Never do this. Don't do this.
No.
I was gonna say, I was like, part of that CD's metal, so.
Yeah, but when you do it, it creates this speckled like spark pattern all across the front of it. It almost looks like this engraved spider web pattern on the front of the CD. So I did that with like 20 different CDs, and I just glued them all together in a circle and made like this UFO looking kind of thing. I did E.T. by Katy Perry with it for a long time ago. It was cute, but I then couldn't use that microwave anymore because it smelled like things were burning whenever I tried to cook with it.
Yeah, don't.
So
do
yeah.
That. Blow dryers do work, people.
Yeah,
you can blow dry.
Don't.
You can even iron.
$200 microwave for a
you can
even
use an iron. Put a towel over it and use an iron to get that same effect. so you don't have to do.
And I
You
think
know.
that I think she took some of that to heart because it makes me feel like that like we'll get into when it pulls it up, but I think the bra tops for her look were CDs.
I think so.
They looked like they were some kind of something that was like molded to make like little bra cups, and I was like, ooh, okay, I like how that worked.
Does anyone have anything else to talk about when it comes to workroom stuff, or shall we just go to the runway? Wonderful.
Let's go to the runway.
Our beautiful, gorgeous, lovely, stunning judges panel.
I'm dead.
Is that a bag of drugs?
No.
Oh.
Oh,
It's basura.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
Period. Also, by the way, Mama Pal, I just have to tell you this. I'm not new to the game. I am true to the game. I still have always thought that there were a couple times last season where you looked a little low to the flow, but you have been looking so damn good. It has been stupid so far this season. And my favorite part is right before you do the racer start your engines where you just wow to camera real quick. Oh my god.
It's so good. It's so good.
I'm like, I miss dramatic Mama Pal so much. Like,
She's finally comfortable being the host of this show. And it's really nice to see, I gotta be honest. And this is my second favorite thing she's ever worn on Drag Race, honestly.
Ooh, it's just
Also,
right.
yes. Yeah, also shouting out who made this outfit before saying Racer Starter Engine as well.
Hey, if she said she's gonna highlight the designers that make her stuff, then I appreciate that at least she's doing that. But
Which I love.
I think that's sickening, and these are all local designers too. So that's just something awesome too, because not only is it's not so much, you know what I mean, that ends up happening with Drag Race. Sometimes, especially with the US season, everyone gets to the point where they're all using the same designers. Everyone's got a Diego Montoya dress or a Joshua Ponte or this, that, and the other. In this way, at least local designers from the Philippines are kind of getting some shine on Drag Race without actually having to be there on a contestant's outfit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, props. Right. I live.
And our beautiful guest judge, our Miss Universe, our Bonnie Gabriel, who was a great guest judge.
I love her
name. She
was
very lovely.
I love her name. I love how it's like pronounced.
Very that. And she looks great too. And Jiggly looks very good, styled by Hanabeshi Inovi.
Yes.
I love.
Oh, wait.
I like BJ too.
We can't forget about my husband. We can't forget about BJ.
Oh no, I was about to say, because I love BJ looks good too.
BJ looked good. And a good all oversized suit. I was like, oh, he looks like such a he looks like he's gonna go home and like put on like a gamer headset with like cat ears on after this and just like play video games for like hours.
Not the cat ears.
And a muscle shirt.
Not the cat ears.
He's one of my, I don't know. I've become very, very fond of himbos recently. So I'm just like.
And we move. Because we got lots to do.
Yes,
Yay.
we do. The Sustaina-ball.
I love
Oh.
background, Logan.
Oh,
I love it. Looks
you.
very recyclable. Very, yes, love it.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Lana. I really appreciate it, Lana.
I
So,
worked very hard on this one.
this one I actually made pretty much myself. So, I will take full credit for this. But we have the Sustaina-ball. Categories are Sorry Store Eleganza and also Trash. And I still hate it. We're going to talk about each girl and both of their looks as a collective. So at the same time, we're going to give some brief thoughts right here on this recap episode. And then the full thoughts on the looks will be over on Look Over Here. So make sure to tune into that for what we for actually what we feel about all of these looks. So, first up, Angel. Quick thoughts, Eve.
Want me to start off? Okay.
Yes.
Briefly on both looks, I thought the looks were very simple. I thought the looks relied a lot on body. I will say that I feel like that the first look was done a little bit. It looks a little bit more complex than the second look was. But I still feel like that I wish I could have gotten more from both of the looks, honestly. Yeah. They left a lot to be desired for me personally.
I'll say first look, cool structure. Second look, a little bit weaker.
I heard nothing.
Like nobody heard me.
It was just muffled.
It was very muffled. But
I said first look, cool structure. Second look, a bit generic.
No, yeah, the first look was very structured, and I liked a lot more, and I love this wig. But then this second look, I wish we could have seen more. There could have been more to it. So
I don't like the wig in the first one. It's simple. Both looks. I just want more. That's it. I just want more.
This is truly showing us that simple is not always effective.
Mm. Work.
Next up, not his, not hers, not theirs, but our Tita Baby.
This ain't my Tita Baby.
I am still claiming her as my Tita Baby.
Glad you are. This is the worst Temu gender reveal I've ever seen. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say
How are we
first.
supposed to go after that? Anybody?
I'm trying to
Oh,
compose
God.
myself.
Oh my god!
First
I'm
look,
sorry, Tita. I love you. I just don't like these outfits. And why does your pink dress have a zipper in the front? I don't like it.
first look, it's just a sash. Second look, unfinished bottom.
And no one likes an unfinished bottom. That's
Eve, I'm gonna
rude
tell you right
and
now.
very, very, very disrespectful and inconsiderate.
Like after all that, I'm literally crying. Like that's how.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
David, did you say both of yours?
He did.
I did.
Okay, I don't even know. I don't know where I am. I don't know who I am. Brand.
Who you are, why you are, confusion.
Yeah. I was.
All I know is that I'm not an unfinished bottom.
Yeah. This. I mean, I do like the colors. I just can't. It just feels very like disorganized. That's all.
I only have 2 words. School project. Both looks.
And you want to know the best part? I was gonna make a gender reveal joke for my little comment, but now I can't make one because he has made the best gender reveal joke.
Don't
of
even
all
attempt.
time. So I'm just gonna say, "Aww." That's all.
Congratulations, it's a Tita Baby.
Moving on. You're
Oh god, next up is Yuripota.
Oh man.
Okay, can I honestly say this? And this is me personally. I cared for the second look a lot more than the first look for me personally. I don't think the first look was bad. Maybe I didn't fully understand the assignment. Because I get that the assignment was to make a couture outfit and or look out of those items. And I know that
Yes.
you don't fully want it to look like it is those items. But
Mhm.
I think that my issue was the fact that I couldn't reference at all that any of this was from the Sorry Sorry store. You know what I mean? And so for all I knew, if you wouldn't have explained, well, this is made out of this and this is made out of this, then I would have thought this was just a different outfit. You know what I mean? Or a regular outfit that you could have brought from home that you just put with anything, you know? It was giving me a hair of the Filipino version of After a Long Night of Hooking. And then she now she's a rhinestoned Doctor Who for the Sorry Sorry store. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't fully catch everything during the first look. The second look was OVER for me. The second look was nasty. Yeah.
Well, first of all, I'm going to disagree with Eve because I love it when somebody can take an unconventional material type of challenge thing and make me forget that it is that. And I just see pure fashion. And that's what I see from that first look. I love it. Second look, that arm piece, everything.
Yeah, love that arm piece, and I love how in the workroom too, you Dipota said, "I'm just grabbing this cardboard and that's it." Like, and
She needed.
that was very smart. So, yeah, I do like this first look, but it's obviously I couldn't tell what it was either. But overall, like I love like that she went with the red and black theme with this. So, very very cool.
I love the continuity. Don't always understand and get where the references come from, especially with the first one, but I do think she's wearing it well.
She wears it well.
Well, that was going to be my comment, Eve. So thanks for stealing my comments 2
Maybe
times
you
in
need
a
to
row.
speak faster. Shit.
I haven't had my time to speak.
I'm sorry.
She looks great. We're moving on. Okay, Eve, now you can say more things. No kidding. Next up is Popstar Bench.
Okay. She looks like some weird cockatiel in the first one, but that looks better than the second one where she just put aluminum foil on her coochie. Were you gonna say any of those things, Logan?
No.
Okay, cool. I'm not gonna say anything else about having her popping pussy for the rest of the time that she is on the screen. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to say the first look, great look for season 3 of US Drag Race. And second look, looks like she ran out of time making this.
Yeah. No, love this first look. Like, and the fact that that's straws too, it works so well. Yeah, and the second look, the fact, I'll be honest, like if like I can tell like what she was trying to go for, but and it works, but still feels a little incomplete to me.
Quick question to ask, because I don't know if this had ever been answered or not. But is she related to Cat Cat?
Yes, by virtue of the fact that they're all Obar queens.
Okay. I see.
So she's not directly related, but they have worked together for a long time.
Okay. I was looking at her face during Untucked, and I was getting a lot of Cat Cat from her in the face, and I was wondering if maybe they were in the same like drag family or something like that. Maybe it's just like a similar paint.
Probably.
Let us know if you know. Let us know.
I mean, I like the straws. I just hated that they kept falling off. Like she left half of them on stage. So I was like, well, that's kind of bummer. The second look, no, thank you.
I love Popstar Bench. Should have been in the bottom. Easily in the bottom.
Yeah, I thought that too. I was like,
we'll talk about it more later.
Safe.
We'll talk about it more later because I have more thoughts to say. But I love Popstar. Love Popstar.
I was surprised she was safe.
Next up, Jay Quinn. And yes, I did pull this exact specific photo of when she fell on the runway. Because I'm a rotted bitch.
The first look, I loved mostly just the coat. I do like the color contrast of like the neon green she has poking out with the hat and the shoe. I think the second look, the shoe was her downfall, and she should be so lucky that she is safe. But I will say, if nothing happened with her shoe, she wouldn't have been the top. She still would have been safe. So it wasn't a bad look, though. It wasn't a bad look. It was a safe look, though. Yeah. Period.
I'll say first look is giving me creme and M a little bit.
No, David.
Yep. If you get the reference, you get it.
No, no, David.
Second look, man, she handled that with class, I thought.
Yeah, when her shoe came off, I was like, uh-oh. But obviously still continued. Didn't fix the shoe regardless, which power to you. And the second, the first look specifically, is this the first time we're seeing Crocs on the runway? Because I love.
God damn it, Brandon.
Let's hope it's the last. We're not going to normalize that shit.
I know, but I still love it. Sorry, Logan.
Crocs is not drag.
But in this sense, it was like it gave me very much in the convenience store. I'm going to the store. Like, I'm not wearing 6-inch heels to the store, like, to walk around. I ain't doing that. I'm excited
to have a full Croc heel debate in Look Over Here, because I feel like we're gonna get into
Well,
it.
I get it, and
I
get it for this being a runway. You still should, the drag of it all. But I feel like it hits the theme to me. I liked her first look. I like this big puffer coat jacket thing of whatever this is. I thought that was very cute, and it's like you can find that in the convenience store, and to make a whole coat of it, I loved it. And I didn't mind the Crocs on this runway because I'm like, you go to the convenience store, you go to the store. I'm not rocking around Walmart or Jewel Osco or whatever store, Publix, Kroger. I'm not walking around these stores in my heels and whatnot. I got to get in and get out. I slip on my Crocs. I go do what I do, and then I leave. But so it made sense with this outfit. The second look, I felt bad for the shoe thing, but she worked it out. Is it the best look? It's not. I don't think she would. Like, I agree. She would have been at the top regardless if the shoe came on or stayed off, or stayed on. But it's fine. It's fine. But I like her first look better, to be honest.
I think I'm actually the biggest fan of both of these looks out of anybody here, because I wouldn't have had her in the top either. But she did a damn good job this week, honestly.
I like them both. I was pretty vague with my comments.
Yeah,
that's all I'm going to say. I'm excited to talk more about them.
No, I'm agreeing with Logan. You're probably the most excited.
Yeah. And are we all the most excited about Maxi? Because I'm not.
Maxi's so cute. Oh my God. Everything, like, now I know why I'm crazy, like, attracted to that child. I'm like, oh, they're a Libra. They're my sister sign. I'm like, we should be friends. I love the concept of where Maxi was going with the first one. I really do. I think the panty thing just ended up kind of being an unfortunate slight. I feel like if she possibly would have wore different underwear, or would have just wore like all her tights and no panty underneath it or whatever, so it was just that skin color going all the way up, they wouldn't have clocked her on that. Also, I don't think that the second look was bad, especially given watching the process of how she was doing it, where you were watching her do all those individual strips on the runway. I was like, this wasn't a bad look. And then given off of what she said in Untucked, she said, and everyone agreed that that's very much her style. So she felt kind of taken aback when they commented and said that was kind of a detriment. You know what I mean? Like, it makes me wonder, like I said, if they put her down there so they can have a conversation with her sister so we can make a little TV. So, I have a problem with Maxie. You did your thing, baby girl. Period.
I will say, let me look at everybody's faces as I say this. First look, favorite look of the night, hands down, by a large margin, actually. Second look, Jiggly, safe. BJ, safe. Mama Pow, safe. David, safe. Safe.
David, definitely safe.
That was my favorite part of the judges' deliberation.
Yes.
Was they just like just went through each, well, only two of the judges, and then
Brandon,
safe.
Lana, wait, hold on. Let me do the rest of it then. Eve,
Safe.
Logan, safe.
No, she's safe.
Lana said.
Not to take over your time, Brandon. That's honestly all I have to say about it.
No,
right
you're
now.
fine.
So
That's all I had to say. That's all I had to say because I want to talk
Lana?
more.
I just want to say no. I just want to be no. I mean, it's fine. It's nothing. Yeah, it's fine. The first look I like way better than anything that second look has to offer. The headpiece alone says yes for me. But that's all I have to say. I still like Maxie, and I hate what they're trying to do to Maxie.
Next, John Fedeliaga.
Baby John did what the hell she needed to do with this one, and they really underplayed her ass. I will say that I could understand them still putting her in the safe position because her second outfit was a fringe outfit, and half the girls up there made fringe outfits. But if hers was not the best fringe outfit out of everybody's that was up there, and when she came out with that look with the straws, that was one of the first times when anyone came out where I said, okay, wait a minute. Y'all, okay, now you're serving. Now you're serving for real. Like, that looks, I love the color scheme of the yellow and the orange. I mean, the yellow and the green. It looks tropical. It looks island. It looks pineapple. It looks like that the Sorry store that she goes to is like, you know what I mean? It's like out on the beach by her house. You know what I mean? Like, it's a full vibe. It's a full cohesive concept. I feel like John could have got a little bit more props this week. I would have loved for the top people to be a top 8 instead of a top 7, and they would have had 2 safe people, and they could have possibly had John and somebody else so that we could at least her some critiques about her looks, because I think her looks were sickening.
I'll half agree with you because that first look, so cute and youthful and in my top 3 looks of the night. Second look, how you make fringe look so bulky. I didn't like it at all.
I kind of agree with the bulky, but at the same time, I still like how John took that fringe and made it her own. That's for me. And I love another straw look, love the different color scheme with this, and it is so smart how she did this.
She said, "Oh, somebody else has a straw look. Hold my beer. I got to come out and show you how it's done." And she showed her how it's done. The straws did not fall off the dress. It was nothing left on that runway when she left.
And it
The
looks
way
like it's thousands of them things.
It's so many of them, but they are placed and put in the very intentionally spot. I loved the colors. I loved the headpiece that she has on it. And then she was like, and I'm not done. I'm going to give you a real straw bag. Not a straw bag like my dress, but a straw bag. And I just love that. I thought when she came in, I was like, that's my favorite look in this runway. That was my favorite look in this runway because it just looked good. The second one, okay, she had to make it. And see, here's the thing. I design challenges always make me give people benefits of the doubt because I know me. I couldn't make nothing. I would be like Angel in that workroom. I don't know what to start. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go because that ain't my judge. This ain't my thing. I will wrap a piece of fabric around myself and say, let's go, because I don't know how to do that jump. I liked this. I thought the fringe look was, I thought this was better than the other fringe looks. I'll say that. Is it great? No, but it's all right. But her first look just make up for everything for me. Period.
So John was my winner of the challenge.
Oh.
And that's all I'm going to say right now.
Of the whole
But John would have won for me.
maxi.
John would have won this. John would have won this maxi challenge for me.
I have one more thing to say about John, and it's not a negative, but it is one of the things where I'm just kind of like, But I do feel like that it is the benefit, is the product of being an American-based queen. It is the product of being a Gen Z queen. It's the product of being a.
She's not Gen Z. She's not Gen Z.
She's millennial.
She's in her 30s.
Makes it worse. And being a content creator, kind of like, I got to be new up on the scene, what all the new kids are doing kind of thing. I've noticed a lot that baby girl has an affinity for having about 18 layers of baby hairs with every wig that she wears, which I will say, number one, they do look cute for her, even though, they don't her hair doesn't normally grow that way. But at the same time, one of my bigger issues is the fact that this baby's head is about as big as a plain M&M, and she's making the little amount of forehead that she has look this much bigger because her damn baby hairs are on her eyebrows. And I'm just, especially with this second one that she had on, I was like, girl, you look like you have no forehead at all. Like, you look like you need to pull the wig back a little bit. And I feel like that's a detriment because of the way that she has her hair styled. And the thing is that's not even a natural hairstyle for people of her ethnicity. So it's like, you're working against yourself. Right, Lana, right.
I will...
Really?
I will
like
say
Lana
I would
has
rather...
a comb over.
I know that the season's done at filming, so we can't do nothing about it now. So I know we're gonna see it later on in the season. But that's the only thing that I would change if I was just like, girl, you don't need to have the 90s swooper dupes all up on your head like you somebody's auntie in the barber shop, in the beauty shop.
I would rather have this than that awful, horrible hard front she wore for her entrance look, though. I will say that much.
Yeah, I'd rather have the hard front.
Next up, Zimbading. Brief thoughts, everyone. Brief.
Zimba was my top 3 of the week. She was. I will say the only thing that I think really hurt her the most with her second look was the fact that when you turned around, you could notice it was all just on a corset, which I was like, crap, that took away from it. Because, baby, when she walked out on that second look, I was like, oh, this is giving me Monique Hart doing the whole Queen of Hearts look out of playing cards. I was like, this might get her a good high placement. But the bottom of it made it look very cheaply, the back of it made it look really cheaply constructed. And I was like, oh, that's going to put you safe. But I think this is strong for her. I'm glad that she also hasn't had the first episode curse where she starts flailing right after she does really well. I'm glad that this was still a high safe. So go ahead, Zimba. And stop being so damn messy and untucked, girl. Or
talk about it shortly.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
One of the two, but girl.
Yeah. First look, don't love it, but I like that she keeps paying homage to her mother. Second look, amazing on first glance. The more you look at it, there's like diminishing returns a little bit.
No, when she walked in the second look, I was like, that's my winner. And then when she took it off and untucked, I was like, wait a minute. I was just like, no wonder. But like, I was gagged. I was just like, she's safe? And I was like, okay, that makes sense. But still. And the first look, I love that she's paying homage to her mom. So
First look good. Second look better. But dang it, that back. I was very much I wanted to really, really like this second look so much more. But I was like, dang, when she turned around, it just took everything out because when she walked out, I was like, oh, yeah, she worked that. She did that. I was very excited. But then it was like, Zimba, you were supposed to just come with the fight. I feel like they said 4 hours, but I felt like, I don't know if they gave him really 4 hours. I don't know. But I was like, she needed 2 more hours to put the rest of that stuff on the back. Like, make more of those, whatever bendy, however she did that front, need to be the back too, or something else, because it just took away from it. And I was like, yeah, her placement was her placement for that. It made sense.
I love the homage she's doing with her first look. This second look reminds me of Stephanie Prince in that look she made on Canada's Drag Race with the blue and the pink with the little feathers. That's exactly the energy I was getting from this. I wish this was fully constructed because it would have been so good. Next up, Kiana with a K.
This was my winner. I gotta say, Kiana was my winner because I thought that they were gonna really possibly give it to her, especially since she kind of made Raho eat his words when he said he didn't think the outfit was gonna look good, and it looks sickening. It's giving Donatella Versace in a freaking in some sustainable runway for it, because they've had I think some runway recently where they had everybody walking around, and it was almost like that Canada versus the World Challenge where they were just all covered in trash, or they were like blowing trash at them or something like that or whatever. I was like, that's what that was giving me. I was like, okay, I see that. And then this first look, she as well was one of the people that when she came around the corner, I said, okay, you're taking this assignment seriously, because everything about her first one is nasty to me. Love BJ to death, but I do not agree. I did not want this to be a bodysuit. I wanted those pants the exact way that they are, with those ruffles at the bottom. Live for it. Live. A+ for me for the week with my girl Kiana.
First look, it's giving spicy Cheetos had a wish to become a human in the best way. Second one, love it, but I do want color.
First look for me, I just love the theme of spikes this season already, and I love it. But I really like the second look, like how where that box is in that hip. But I'll talk more about it. Look over here, but I just like how it's conceptualized.
I'm trying to stop laughing, but I can't. That Cheetos.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos. I forgot
Flamin'
the name
Hot
of them.
Cheetos. Wants to become human. Love that.
She looks like if Chester Cheater was a matador.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love it. I love the first look. I love it. I am a fan of this first look. The second look, I like it. I do agree with you, David. I would love to see a little bit more color, but because I feel like it's washing her face out. But
especially with that pale
with the white
blonde
wig and the everything and the lights hitting, it looks very washed out and plain. But it makes you have to look at her. It makes you have to focus in on what all the details are. And once you start focusing, you're like, oh. So I like it, but I mean, sometimes I like a make me look. Sometimes I like it just thrown in my face. And this one, she gave me both. Well, both outfits made me. She threw the red one in my face. I was like, yep, see it. And then the white one, she was like, oh, now watch me. And I'm like, okay, let me look you. So I like it.
So I'm about to make 2 Pokemon references that only Brandon here is actually going to understand. So I'm sorry to the rest of you in advance. This first look is Mega Blaziken.
Yes.
OMG, you're right.
Mega Blaziken. I love it.
Max Blaziken.
I love
you
it.
ruined my entire flow with this joke, so I really honestly do appreciate that you ruined my flow for this joke, David. Thank you very much.
Me? I ruined it.
Yes! Because I was about to go into a second joke, and you were like, yes! I agree!
We were agreeing with you. Go
We
ahead.
all did that.
We agree. Go. Mega Blaziken.
Correct. The second one looks like she stumbled out of the damn moving truck that they moved into Little Root Town in Hoenn, and then picked up her tour chick that became her Mega Blaziken.
Wow. I got it. I got all of it. Love it.
With these jokes.
David,
Love
I'm
it.
not mad at you, I promise. I love you.
I love it. I love it.
Brandon, thank you for laughing at my joke as the only person here to actually understand it.
Logan, I love you. Logan, I love you to death. But I don't think David messed your joke up.
Well, someone was clearly laughing. So if you have you seen the show, Tamar?
Not this.
We're gonna move on next
today. We're a mess tonight.
Okay, if your point is true, Logan, and somebody was laughing, then that also proves that I didn't mess your joke up because you still got the laughter.
We're talking about Versace now. I don't know why you're still talking about it, baby.
iPhones, baby. iPhones.
It's a whole Y2K hi-ya chop. Hi-ya chop. Yeah, no, I wasn't the craziest about any of this. I like the second one a little bit better than the first one, but a little.
First one, I really like those boots. Second one, it's kind of cute, but not functional to walk in.
As we saw.
Yeah. Only good thing about the first look for me is the boots, the wig, and the flower shoulder, or whatever that's supposed to be. Then the second look, again, like they said, I like how it's styled, but as a design challenge.
Yeah, I would fully agree with that.
Is it fashion or is it skinny? Oh, I'm sorry. You were going to take that. You were going to say that too. I'm sorry.
I actually was.
I did not know you were going to.
You know what,
say
Logan?
No, it's okay. I just fucking thought of it too.
Just, I don't even know. We can't win with you tonight. We always taking everything.
Next time you go first. How about that?
Right, we gonna let you go first the next time.
Right?
Right?
No, I hate going first.
I know. But yeah, I don't like either of these looks, if I'm gonna be honest. And her crying and Untucked, shocked that she was in the bottom is very wild to me, because I was like, you ain't see yourself? Because girl, that ain't cute. None of it. But that's my opinion.
First look, love the boots. Second look, love the hair. We're going to move on to our final entertainer of the night.
Can I say this really quick about Versex? Yeah. Just to give Versex her props. Not to be like, all you are is a pretty girl or this, that, and the other, whatever. But the girl knows her angles. Yeah. She knows how to look at a camera. And she knows how to give a camera what they want. So there were certain moves and certain poses she was hitting when she was walking in that second outfit, when I was like, you are the fashion girl, but it's very much like Jiggly said. You don't have to be like Beyonce. Don't have to be showing her own stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you can be the fashion girl and not have to be the person that makes the clothes, but you can be the fashion person and know how to wear them, and you know how to wear clothes.
Yes,
I'll give her that down. When like BJ, when Raho and BJ were all like, we should shoot her or whatever in a like set together, and I was like, oh, that would be nasty, because I bet you she would body that. Like, don't let there be any photo challenge.
How was like shoot her? I was like,
huh?
I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
Oh, and then after that, Mom and Papa was like, oh, and then shoot her. I was like, oh.
No, she said shoot to kill or something like that. I was like,
Let's move on to our last entertainer, Mick Chanel.
I love the Gatorade reference outfit in the first one. I thought it was cool.
It's not Gatorade. It's not Gatorade.
We're gonna say it is.
It's Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Mountain Dew had a wish to
You're
become
right.
a human.
I said it was stupid. Mountain Dew. Yeah, Mountain Dew. That's the one that's actually nasty. But no, I live for the look, even though it is kind of simplistic because it's just kind of a corset. But I like the through line of the first and the second looks together. I like the construction of them, but I thought that they were good, safe outfits. They didn't fully wow me.
First one, knowing she made that makes me appreciate it even more. Second one, this does not look like a design challenge look to me at all.
Yeah. First outfit, and when I saw the text, I was like, "Hey, I know what that is." Also giving brat because
Come on, brat.
And then the second one, I was like, I cannot tell if that was actually a design challenge or not, because again, love how this looks, but if you would have told me that's a design challenge, I wouldn't believe you. Also, this head moment, I'm just like, that foam head wig or whatever that's on the ground. I was just like,
Yeah.
work.
I will say her design challenge looked more like a look she brought from home than the look she brought from home.
The look she brought from home looked like she made it there.
But both of them are really good.
Yeah,
Both of them are
really
really good. So, boom. Let's talk about this Untucked a little bit. We're not going to dive fully into all the things, but first, foremost, and most especially, I want to send all my love to John, because as someone who, to an extent, understands how that is, I do feel for her, and I am thankful that she felt willing enough to share that story on Drag Race, because not everyone would have had the strength to do that. And so I thank her for that, and I just want to go send all your love to John right now. If you haven't watched Untucked, you're really only getting half the story. So go send all your love to John. We love John.
Yeah, it was interesting that in Untucked, we got two different stories of people starting to transition and then detransitioning. So Jay Quinn talked about it, and I liked her story because it just shows gender can be fluid for people. Like, you could feel like you're trans at one point, and then you could feel like, okay, I'm back to where I was before. And it's different for everybody. And I hate it when people use these kind of stories against trans people, or use it as an excuse for them to not have access to the healthcare that they need. But then we heard John telling her story about it, and it was just so sad, like knowing she detransitioned because she felt like this sexual assault was brought upon by her being too feminine, and it wouldn't have happened if she wasn't in the middle of transitioning. Like, that's so heartbreaking to hear. It was extremely hard to listen to everything that she had to say. So I feel like I understand John a lot more now, hearing the whole story. And my heart really goes out to them. I have a special place in my heart right now for John. And John, be you're 30. So if you want to start that path, it's not too late. It's never too late, but that's up to you.
Yes.
Yeah. I was a little grateful for first Logan letting me know that, hey, there's a trigger warning happening. And then they also mentioned it in the episode as well.
which I'm thankful for.
So I was like, okay, gotta prepare myself, and I'm glad that I was able to hear. And it was really hard to hear. And I was so happy that John was able to open up. And again, John, we love you.
Yeah, I also want to mimic all of my friends' sentiments and say that being able to be brave enough to share something like that in any type of setting, I know takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of trust that you might not have built up. It may bring out insecurities, but I just want you to personally know that we are behind you here at the Cup. And there are so many people that can resonate with the feelings that you may be going through, and that you're not alone in dealing with this. There have been things like this have happened in some capacities for so many people throughout the world, and just your story could help someone else have the courage and have the strength for them to be able to deal with the demons in their lives that may be holding them back. And we just wish the best for you, and so much love and light your way.
Yes, God.
Mm-hmm. And we did get a lighthearted thing from Zimba on the topic of transitioning. She's like, you can be a gay guy, and then you can transition and be a trans woman, and then you're straight again. It's like,
right? I love Zimba.
Zimba's so adorable. Virginal Zimba.
Virginal Zimba, as we found out in this Untucked. But I did also love hearing what we heard about Popstar as well. Because I was not aware she was fully transitioned, or whatever moment she is in her trans journey. I'm like, cool. We got a couple of, shocker, Philippines bringing us more trans representation than almost any other franchise. And hey, I'll take it. And I'm not mad at it. The one person I feel like I still don't know on this cast is Popstar. And I want to know more about Popstar because I find her so intriguing. Like, I find her so interesting, and her perspective is so interesting. And I hope that we get to see more of Popstar throughout the next couple of episodes. I'll say that much. But back on the topic of Miss Virginal Zimba Dang causing more damn drama in this Untucked moment shenanigan buffoonery. Because all the girls come back, and she goes, oh yeah, we thought Yuripota was in the bottom.
It was funny.
Now, Miss Zimba.
Oh,
Miss Zimba.
Funny. The funniest part to me was the timing of which she did it. Everybody had a kumbaya move. They're like, let's take a shot, yeah! And in the middle of everybody cheering, she got, oh, by the way, we got 30 minutes I was like,
I fell out watching this. I'm like, why?
I was like, that was in no way prompted. Everyone is still taking shots and like going, yay! She's like, oh, hey girl, by the way, we thought she was in the bottom. Like, and it's like, they're all attacking me now. Why are they?
Well, I love Mix because Mix is like so willing to stand up for somebody. So I just love that she like really came to Yuripota's.
She's a cancer.
Mm-hmm. I think Mix is quickly becoming like one of my top favorites, which I did not expect.
Good, as she should be.
I was like, these signs are so telltale now, especially after this episode. Kiana being a Leo, yeah, duh. That is why. Funnily enough, she was kind of being the most this episode, which I'm kind of living for. I'm like, okay, but like right when she walked in the rope room with that big old colorful shirt on and that jester hat and stuff, I was like, yeah. I was like, what sign are you, babe? You gotta have spice. Little spice.
Yeah. Also, really quick, Untucked editing. Why did you call Zimba J Quinn?
Right. Did y'all catch that confessional where it's fully Zimba, husband Zimba, and the name on the screen said J Quinn? Girl. Anyway. Yeah, so we go back to the runway. We found out that our top three were Kiana, Mix, and Yuripota. I would not have agreed.
Who would your top three have been? Go for it.
My top three would have been Kiana, Yuripota, and John. And I love Mix. She's on my team. I'm not mad at the outcome of this episode. But I would have swapped her for John.
Not me. I think they got it right. This was pretty easily my top 3.
Party.
Yeah, I also would have replaced Mix with John.
Hey, I'll take that.
I would have replaced Mix with Simba.
Fair.
Justice for Mix. I mean, Mix.
Who cares? She won the challenge.
No, I'm so happy that she won. So.
Oh, fucking thrilled that Mix won. Not mad in the slightest that Mix won. Do I think she won because her drag mother was slighted by Rajo Laurel on season 1 of Drag Race Philippines? Yes.
And her
Disagree.
auntie was slighted in season 2? Yeah.
Disagree. That's not fair.
It's
No,
not
no.
fair, but that's
Hey,
not Mix's fault. That's production's fault.
I'm not saying it's because of this. I'm saying it is aiding the fact that she won.
Because I don't think that Mix just completely blew everybody out of the water. I'm not going to say that.
No.
I'm not going to say that.
I think it was
No.
a deserved win. I think it also just helps the fact that she is related to both Eva and Ovi.
And it makes a good storyline.
She probably
it
would
wraps
not have
up
been my
this-
winner, but I
And
still
I think
she deserved top 3.
what I hate about that is the fact that this almost makes it sound like we're discrediting Mix's win, which we're not.
No. Not at all.
I guess I put it this way. Not that we're discrediting Mix's win. We're discrediting Mix's talent. That is not in any way what we're
Okay, it sounded like you were saying we're not discrediting her win. We're discrediting her talent.
No.
I thought that.
I was just like, what is this
what we're
wording
saying is We're
here?
discrediting her talent.
Right.
I'm personally saying that the win was not a 100% just like unanimous decision for me in any way, shape, or fashion. But I do think that that's one of the downsides of the fact that this did help aiding the storyline and the progression of the show and how the seasons have been going to have this kind of progression happen. It happens with almost all of the franchises, where how many times have they had the girl and brought her back for All Stars and she went home on her Snatch Game and then they have her win Snatch Game that season. Or she, you know what I mean? Or she won the design challenge of her season and that's the one she goes home with. That's it. Like, it happens all the time. So it's one of those things where I'm like, I hate, unfortunately, that this is the way that it felt, and it makes it seem like that Mix didn't deserve their win, or that Mix isn't good enough to have won, because I do feel like they are. I just feel like this one it seemed kind of Jimbo-y. It seemed a little set up for her.
Oh, don't make the Jimbo reference now with David. He'll just be more mad.
I mean, child.
Another person who deserved wins.
Some of
Hi,
them.
Lana.
Lana, hi. Who would your winner of this maxi challenge? Who would you have had win, Lana?
You know, it's not mixed though. I will say that.
Go ahead and say it. Just say it.
For me, and this is strictly for me, who I like the most out of the whole challenge, I thought it should have been John. I thought John's outfits was the best. That's just me. I don't know. I really thought that John's looks,
Let's go.
both looks were better than anybody else's two looks combined. Like, somebody had a good first look and a safe look. I felt like John had a really good really good first look and a good second look. So it was like, for me, I think it should have been John.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. Yeah, I can honestly get on that train a little bit. I know I said Zimba, but I could see John.
Yeah, Zimba's. I like Zimba's, but I feel like the back that took it out for me.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I couldn't see putting her in the end because it felt incomplete. At least John's look felt complete, and I liked it.
Now, let's also think of it this way. We know how production sets stuff up. Is there a possibility they did not put John in the top and they had John safe so that John could say what John said in Untucked?
I don't think that felt scripted at all. I think that just felt part of the conversation that they were happening about like Zimba specifically Zimba talking about being a virgin. I think that's where that progression came from.
No,
because it
didn't. I just feel like I just it was just something that I realized that she didn't bring that up when all the girls were there.
Right. I hope I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think they would have known.
Yeah.
I thought it was more of a response to Jay Quinn talking about transitioning and
that too. Yeah, a lot of the conversations were happening simultaneously that led to the John situation.
Yeah.
But
I felt like the conversation was very organic and it just came up how it came up. But yeah.
Brandon, who would you have had as your winner?
John.
Hey, Werk.
What about me? What about me?
Who would you? I thought y'all all did
no,
that.
I didn't.
Oh.
David, who would you have had as your winner?
I'm unsure. But it's close between Udipota and Kiana for me.
Fair.
But
Good
yeah,
choice.
I need to look at scores once everything's said and done.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Udipota would probably be my second, like right there, like very close.
Fair. Well, we had a bottom three of Angel, Our Tita Baby, and Versace.
Which I was so surprised by.
Yeah. Ultimately, they do save Versace. We end up with a bottom two of Tita Baby versus Angel. I disagree.
Yeah. Tita Baby could have been safe.
Tita Baby should have been safe.
Yeah.
Really?
I said it when we talked briefly about it. I love Popstar to pieces, and I think she is a very good part of this season. She and Angel were by far the worst.
Popstar should have been the well, I will say this.
Angel should have been the bottom of the bottoms, but I think it should be Angel Popstar.
The only reason why I wouldn't fully put Popstar in the bottom is because of the fact that I was not crazy about her second look, but her first look wasn't horrible.
Right.
I really hated the wig. That was mostly what it was.
Yeah,
but
Popstar wasn't the worst for me.
Yeah.
I would have put Versace down there. Honestly, it would have been Versace versus Angel for me.
I would have put Versace down there with Angel too.
I can already tell what my scores are going to average to because I have them written out. But my low person would have been Popstar. The right below them was Angel, and then Tita Baby was worse.
Oh,
how dare you do that to Our Tita Baby?
How dare she do it to me?
Oh,
that's fair.
Work.
You know,
I felt so
you know, David,
Absolutely.
you kind of ate with that one.
Wow.
You ate one down with that one, David. You ate one
Next week,
down.
I'm going to start with an apology to
No.
our baby.
I was gonna say, each week, who are you apologizing to, David?
No.
Tita Baby high.
Absolutely
Eat David's ass up in the comments.
I'm doing it right now. Fuck you, David. That's
Absolutely
my Tita
not.
Baby.
He's going to hit me
not.
with a flip-flop.
Absolutely not. David is not wrong in this situation. How dare Tita do that to us? Because we had to watch
And Lana
that.
too.
Okay, get me
I've
and
got the
so what?
chocolate, David. I'm
We
ready.
didn't like it. We didn't
And
like
so
it.
what? And
None
so
of
what?
us liked her package.
And so what? Come for me. I dare you, because I do respond. Come for me. I got nothing but time in my life.
Okay.
Brandon, who would your bottom have been?
No, yeah, it would have been Angel and Versace. So
Okay. Now this lip sync.
Mm-hmm.
No Si Balasi by Sampaguita. I was like, I know someone that they're lip syncing to because I know Sampaguita. Yay. Now this was an interesting lip sync.
I could have used a different song.
But here's the thing. I don't mind that we're getting a rock song as a lip sync song because I don't think we get enough of them. And I honestly feel like, for the most part, rock songs are kind of like the great equalizer when it comes to a lip sync for your life.
I just think it was based off the timing and the pacing of how they did it. I feel like right when the song was really building up, they ended it.
Mm.
And I felt like there was a lot of the song that was instrumental. So it's a lot of Tita trying to pretend like she's got a pocketbook guitar.
Is that what that was supposed to? I was so confused by what she was
Yes,
doing.
that's what you're doing.
It was
like the guitar, but
distracting
the thing
me.
is this freaking little, so it's like a ukulele. And I'm like, what are you doing?
And she was holding it at this weird position, right at her.
Yeah.
Like, she
like it was a mini gun or something. I was like,
I was like, is that hanging off? Are you holding something up? It was
Yeah.
distracting in a bad way for me.
I feel like that if we possibly could have gotten another 20 or 30 seconds of the song, then it could have helped, because I feel like that most of the song was like the build up at the beginning of that instrumental part with like Angel kind of walking to the back and everything, and then the end of it was an
Maxie
instrumental part,
coaching her.
Okay, I gotta talk about this right now because I love Maxie. I love Maxie dearly. I understand why she did what she did.
Don't come
That
for
was
her.
the most. No, I'm going to. That was the most distracting part of the lip sync.
What?
Sister.
Hearing Maxie in the back, like, go for it! Like, girl, I don't need to hear that.
No one.
Yeah, it was for me.
But it wasn't for me.
I love seeing somebody cheer on their sister. I felt the love in that moment.
I
no.
am okay with cheering on her sister. I don't need her coaching her through this lip sync. Angel is her
Didn't.
own entertainer. Angel is her own queen. She does not need to be coached.
It was
through a
just the
lip sync
first
for
few
your life.
seconds.
Maxie said,
At
look
the
at the
same
camera,
time,
give them to them what they
I
want.
hated that.
Look at the
I hated
camera.
that. I
Go
hated
into
that.
the camera. Give them the. I was like, you better tell her, Maxie.
I
You
like
better
that-
tell her
that-
what to do.
That I'll put it
Fix
this
your
way: as someone who lives in a city where, child, half of what we do up here is freaking drag competitions. I just hear it all the time. It's very much one of those where it's like, let the girl know. Bitch, what she doing? Get out of her face, girl. Come on now. Come on. All right, now turn it up.
If this was in a club or if this was in a club or a drag competition, I absolutely agree with you.
It is a
But this
drag.
is a drag
It
competition.
is a drag competition.
But this is drag race.
It's a competition.
At the end of the day, she doesn't need to coach her sister through a lip sync.
But also,
Here's
at the
my
same
thing,
time,
baby.
That's all I have to say about it.
Also, at the same time, at the end of the day, do you think anything that Maxie was telling Angel was automatically gonna make Mama Pal go, "Oh, I see what Angel's doing now"? Now,
No,
because
because she lost the lip sync.
I don't
No,
think
she
that
She
was
didn't.
lost the lip sync. Yeah,
I
she
don't
did.
think-
think.
I don't
Yeah, she
think
did.
I don't think whatever Maxie would have been telling Angel would have affected Mama Pal's decision, even if she did decide to still go ahead and send Angel home. I think she
Oh.
would have still sent her home. You know what I mean? That's the way I looked at it.
Here's the thing. As a woman who has grown up in a black church my whole life, and all you do is hear, go, baby, preach, say that, do that, you go. Da, 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 da. In
That's
any
true.
capacity of the service, of any capacity of the whatever it is, if we doing Sunday school, Easter speeches, fashion shows, preaching, it's encouragement. I didn't mind the encouragement, especially coming from her sister, who is a biological sister. You go react differently when it's my biological sister up there, and
Yeah.
you want them to succeed.
Right. I
You're
would
just
say that too.
trying to get them
Desperation.
in this competition. You want them to succeed. So yeah,
And
if it
also,
was me and my sister, I'm like, girl, go look at that camera.
what
and
are you
give
doing?
it to
Why
me.
are you sitting
Look
on
at
the
the
ground?
judges.
Like,
Walk
yeah,
up to the
like,
front.
yeah.
Don't stay back here at the back of the stage. You better get up to that front of that. I would have been giving her all
Mhm.
the encouragement
I
in the
think-
world, because the love between siblings, if you love your sibling, now it's some folks out there who don't love their siblings, but if you love your sibling like I love my siblings, baby girl,
I
I'm
also
doing it
think
all.
that
I'm
I
gonna
also
be
think-
obnoxiously coaching and helping and doing everything I can to make them stay
Because I
on.
also think that it's different depending on the scope of what type of competition that you're looking at. Because if this was like a sporting event or something, that happens all the time. Now, it would be different if this was a chess competition and Maxie is sitting up there saying, girl, move your rook to the left. Like, yeah, no, you can't do that, bitch. Because
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But that's the reason why I didn't have
Sitting
that big
behind,
of an issue.
look,
because
sitting
I'm
behind
like,
the girl like,
her
she
cheering
about
her
to
sister
checkmate you,
on
girl.
isn't going to make her sister
Spelling
win
bee.
more. You
It's
know
the
what I
back.
mean?
Oh my god. Remind me of that moment in Aquila at the beat.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
like it's
Yep.
a spelling competition. No,
Spelling competition.
Yeah, but in a spelling competition, you try to tell to go to words and stuff.
Yeah, but I love it.
Anyway, let's move to part 2 of this conversation where you all disagree with me when I said that Angel lost this lip sync.
That's not true. People will agree with you.
I agree with you.
I agree with you.
Okay, cool.
I do
I'm
not.
gonna disagree. I don't think Angel lost it.
N-
I think
no,
Angel lost.
I thought Angel
I
handily won. And I really do not want to hear people on the internet, including the internet, be like, well, Mama Pal told her to sashay away. She lost the lip sync. Because she didn't tell her to
No,
sash
why
Mama
away.
I
Pal
thought
never
she
told her to
lost.
sash
Only
away.
one person told her to sash away.
Angel.
She told herself to
Angel
sashay.
told herself.
I,
Sashay away.
Mama Pow,
I-
you didn't eliminate me. I eliminated myself. Those
Right.
of y'all, okay, no,
She
those of y'all in our
Jade Soul
comments
this one.
last week that were coming for us, comparing her to Miss Jade So,
And
now what
she
do
was
you
very much
think?
Jade So this week. And Jiggly
I-
made the comment that she was Jade So. She was like, "Ooh."
Yes.
Jiggly even said
loved
Jade So.
it. I
Love
still
when
think
we
she
right.
lost the lip sync, but
And
I
agree with you.
loved the moment that we got.
Here's the thing. I like both of their lip syncs, but I
Yes.
thought both of them. Let's start it off. I liked both of their lip syncs, and yes, Tita with the little pocketbook guitar was very annoying after a while. I was thankful when she kicked it off the stage. I was like, "Thank you. Let's focus on what we're doing here." But I do think Tita gave us who Tita is. She was very much auntie vibes. She was very much. She stood right in front of that stage in all them judges' faces and was like, "This is what I'm giving you. I'm giving you what I'm gonna do. You either like it or you don't." And I think Angel was trying to do so much that she got lost in the sauce a little bit. Just for me, I think she got a little lost in the sauce, and she was trying to listen to Maxie, figure out what she wanted to do. I think she got distracted by Maxie, but because I felt like she got a little lost, and she was trying to do so much that it didn't make sense after a while. But I still think they did all right. But for me, I thought Tita won.
For me, I think that I feel like what really would help me make a better decision as to who I like unanimously think won is if I heard the song in English. Just because I know that there are a lot of times when we're watching a lip sync of a song that's not in our native language, but we can still read from the energy of the entertainers who did better. And for me, the way this lip sync was going, I was reading both their energy as doing very well, but it seemed like they were lip syncing two different songs. So it made me be like, I wish I knew the meaning behind this song so that way I could be like, okay, who's actually connecting and who's just maybe just going off the beat, you know what I mean? Or whatever, you know what I mean? So like, that's just me personally, but I thought that they both held their own pretty well.
David, you were going to finish a comment. What were you going to say?
No, I mean, I thought that she did really well. Like I saw no flaws in there. What I was gonna say is that I think the order that they were declared like safe was completely for television and completely for the drama. I think if they were calling it like if there was nobody related to Angel there, I think Angel would have been called safe first. Because I do think she won the lip sync. But clearly I'm in the minority here, so
I mean, I guess we'll never
Not
know.
by much.
Yeah.
Not much.
I mean, I guess we'll never know because honestly, the way they called it, I thought it was just like the way they do it. Like who they felt Tita was the one who was better, and that's why they called her first. Now, could it have been because they wanted to do it for TV? Sure, but we
And
will
it
never
gave us
know.
TV. It gave us a moment.
It
Like
gave us a
honestly, an
moment.
all-time moment for me.
It was a moment. It
Yeah.
was. Oh, go ahead. I'll do my last.
I'll
thought,
just
'cause I
talk
do
about it
have-
because I actually did cry a little bit watching this. But when Maxie went over, so a little tea out here in our little group chat we had earlier today. Miss Eve over here said, "Oh, I guess I was correct about the first person eliminated." And so I'm like, "Oh no, Angel must go." But I'm like, "Why was it in quotes though? Why was it in quotes?" So then when Maxie runs onto the stage, knowing we didn't talk about this too much earlier, but Maxie basically said that if it was between her and Angel, she should go home instead of Angel because she's had opportunities. Angel should stay. So when Maxie ran on the stage, I thought Maxie was about to volunteer to give up her spot for her sister. But she goes up to her and she's like, "It's okay. That's how the game goes." And then Angel turns and looks at her and just breaks and says,
Ooh, I lost.
"Why me?"
I lost it.
Oh my gosh, my heart. Like, honestly, it was heartbreaking just seeing that pain in her face and just having that sibling there to comfort her. Like, this is something I'm going to remember forever.
It was just that display of how close their sibling bond is, that Maxie knew the reason why she was standing up there and not saying anything was because she was like, it was like she was locked. You know what I mean? Like she was just like in a state of full disbelief. And Maxie knew every single thing that was going through her head. That's the reason why she went up there. And I was just like, woo, that moment. I was like, oh, are we going to be doing this like every episode, Philippines? Because do I need to bring tissues for every episode?
I think so.
Because y'all gotta stop. This is like making us fall in love with these folks hard. And I will say this, because we all know apparently what ends up happening at the end or whatever. There are some reactors out there that are going to be so upset. I know one in particular, my homegirl Valerie Vision. I love her so much, but girl, she is one of those people that are pissed when they don't send folks home.
I know another one.
And usually they don't do this back to back starting out in the beginning of a season. So like, yeah, you are too. You like, no, this is the competition.
I'm over it. Like, honestly, I like Angel. I do. I think she's a sweetheart. Was that a touching moment between her and Maxie? Absolutely. I'm not cold and heartless. But this is week 2. Somebody got to go home. We got to start sending folks. If we don't do a double next week, like, seriously, like, send some of these folks out of here. Like, I already watched All Stars when nobody goes home all season. I already did that. This ain't that. Don't tell me this is a regular season of Drag Race and we got 2 back-to-back non-eliminations because we like the girl. Sorry, girl. You should have went home. I'm sorry.
It would have been Tita.
No, it wouldn't have. It would have been Angel. She should have went home. Baby, I'm sorry. She should have went home. I would have.
So, do you want to hear a hot take of mine?
Sure, Brandon.
Okay.
We would love it.
I was very, very influenced by this edit. I was convinced that this was a double elimination.
What?
I could have out there too.
No, because this lip sync, I'll be honest, like when the lip sync ended, the judges did not have a reaction afterward. And I was like,
no big, woo, that's how you lip sync for your life. It was none of that.
Literally what we got the first week.
Yeah, so I was like, is this actually happening in episode 2? So I actually thought it was gonna be a double elimination.
I like to say jokingly that there are girls that send girls home, and then there are girls that survive lip syncs. This was a survival lip sync. Nobody was sending anybody nowhere. This was who can outlast the other one kind of a situation. They happened to be on the same level. But yeah, there was no lip sync assassins on that stage. I'm sorry. I love y'all, but
now I will say this. I do agree that Cheetah did a little better than Angel. But like it was edited, I really was convinced that was a double elimination. And when I was gagged about the whole no one gets eliminated, because that was a whole roller coaster of how that came off. Because when Mama Pao said, "I'm not done with you yet. You didn't let me
Season
finish."
4.
So, because the way that Angel almost Jade So herself,
I was just waiting for her to be like, "Yes, girl, we'll bring you back for season 4."
And then also
like,
was just
move
like,
on
wait,
and go
did
on.
you just-
We'll be back for season 4. Like,
right, I would have been totally okay.
I would have been totally fine with that. Like,
Probably
just put
better
her in
for her.
season 4 and send her on out the door so we can move on in this competition. But now we feel like we're at a standstill, and then we got 11 people for a girl group next week where it's gonna be odd sides. And I hate it. I hate it. It's just doing the worst for me. It's just not sitting well in my soul. I wanted somebody to go.
Lana's like, next week is not going to be mathematically correct.
It's not.
Tita, I'm glad you got to stay.
Angel, I'm so glad you got to stay, because apparently David really wanted you to stay, because you should have went home, girl, and should have been like, season 4, we see you back again after you done grew and learned some things about drag from Maxie, because apparently you ain't supposed to be here, because they've been trying to send you out the door the whole episode. They've been like, what if it's you and you? Like, they ain't like nothing you brought to the table today. They didn't like nothing you brought to the table. She should have been home. Like, ugh. But whatever. That's just my opinion. Y'all can hate it. Send me all the hate if you want. But you're going to be arguing with your mom because I don't care. Period.
Anyway, no one goes home.
Boo. Tomato.
Yay.
Yay.
Boo, tomato, tomato.
Anyway, we have a draft update.
Boo,
Yay.
tomato, tomato.
Yeah.
You're not in last, Lana.
Huh?
You're not in
What'd you say?
last, Lana.
I'm in last.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Oh, I thought I was
River,
last.
probably.
So, you know who is in last? River and David.
Mhm.
Oh,
It
wow.
was. I had updated the scores. I'm like, oh, I'm 6th place. River's 5th place. And then everything changed.
Oh, wow.
So River and David are currently tied for 5th with 10.5 points. Lana, you are in a solid 4th place
Mm-hmm.
with 12.5 points.
We love that for me.
Brandon and I are tied
For a
For
solid
second,
second place.
with 13, and Eve is still winning the draft currently with 17 points.
I mean, you had a
Mhm.
killer team that first week, baby. It wasn't nothing we could do about it. It wasn't nothing we could do about that.
It was a very good start to my draft.
Very good start.
Like this. Question. As of right now, can we see a definitive top 5 out of the girls that we have?
Ooh,
No,
No.
hard.
no.
I mean, I have a pretty clear top 5.
I could call seeing a top 5.
Mhm.
But I mean, anything can happen.
I don't
Lord.
think
But
I
I could see 5 girls that they might want to have up there.
Mhm. Yeah, I think Zimbading, I think Kiana, I think Mix Chanel, I think Udipota, and who am I forgetting? Oh, Maxi,
Boom.
top 5.
Yeah,
That's
I
exactly
can see
what I
that
thought.
5.
I was like,
I can see that 5.
I could see that.
That they might want them up there.
I could see
I
that.
can see that 5 for sure.
I could see that.
And I would love that. That would be like one of the best top 5s ever.
That
I
would
mean,
be-
we're 2
It
episodes
probably-
in.
Where is
That actually
our
would be
Tita
honest.
baby?
She's
She
not
had a big
there.
stumble this episode.
Especially,
mean,
if the finale is a lip sync for the crown like it is before, like they're probably all good, strong lip syncers. So that would be another good finale. Their finales have
who
always been good.
You know who I feel like might be a sleeper in all of this? John.
Yeah.
Yes,
I could see
God.
John
Yep.
sleeping through. Yeah, it might be a dark horse in this race, and it's like, oh, where that come from? And like,
I can see John and Zimba swapping out.
I could see. I could also honestly see someone like Tita Baby as a dark horse. As she has stumbled now, but we know that there are a lot of comedy challenges coming up here soon.
That's
And if she can make it to those comedy challenges, she is the funniest person on this cast, in my opinion. So
it's so
Yeah,
early.
I
We
wonder
still
who-
got a lot of
Snatch
time.
game.
yeah,
I could see her winning Snatch game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
we'll see.
I'm getting a little bit of like Kikiko from John so far. Like where you can always count on
Yeah.
really good looks.
But
But-
what about the personality?
But
Yeah.
the personality's not
Right there.
popping the way that I wanted to.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
could see that.
I
I
could
could
see that.
definitely see that. But it's so early. It's so early.
Mhm.
It is so early and it is so late for us. So we're going to get out of here because we still got to go film Look Over Here. So thank you for joining us for this episode recap. Guess what? Another 2 hours for you all. You're welcome. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share on the way out. Check out the description below where you can find our audio podcasts, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media links, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to cup, mug. It was a full panel earlier.
Mhm.
You needed your Vanna White.
Yes, we do.
That's true, we did. And with that, we're going to get out of here. Cheers.
Yes.
Bye, ding, ding, ding. Bye, ding, ding, ding.
Top
Zimbading.
off.
Oi, 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 oi,
Off,
oi,
off, a day.
oi, 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 oi.
Off,